Today's show is pre-recorded.
Y'all know what time it is. Y'all don't know, y'all better ask somebody. Hat on, suit on, looking like the Dapper Dawn, giving them microphone, dressed like $1,000,000, diamond things in its cuffs. Y'all tell me who could it be but Steve Harvey? Everybody out there listening to me, put your hands together for Steve Harvey. Put your hands together. Why don't you join me? Steve Harvey got to turn them out. Got to turn them out. Steve Harvey turn them on in the morning, y'all. Come on, Steve. Come on. Do your thing, Big Daddy.
I sure will. Good morning, everybody. You are listening to The Voice. Come on, dig me now. One and only Steve Harvey. Man, got a radio show. Man, yeah, I do. Steve Harvey got a radio show because I can't tell it to you any other way because God has been so very amazing to me. But the same God, and there is but one, that same God is, can, and will be amazing in your life if you just allow it to happen. You know, I was somewhere, and I was driving on the freeway somewhere, and I saw a billboard, and it was a guy in a field on his knees, and on this billboard it said something to the effect, when you've run out of answers, try prayer. And I was going somewhere, and I don't even remember. I go so much, man. I was just going somewhere, and I saw this billboard, and I thought about that. And man, I cannot tell you how true of a statement that is. When you've run out of answers, when you don't know what to do, when you feel weak, when you are at a low point, when things just seem to keep happening to you and you don't understand why. Prayer is an amazing weapon. Prayer is available to all of us. Here's the deal. You don't have to go through all that you're going through alone. See, I'm talking to men, women, boys, girls, students, leaders, bosses, employees. I don't care what's happening. I don't care what your situation is. I don't care if your relationship is all jacked up. I don't care if your kids in your relationship is jacked up. I don't care if your relationship at work is shot. Your coworkers seem to always make you the buddy end of the joke. Somebody always talking about you behind your back. You're finding it more and more necessary to try to hold your head up and walk past these people when some days you can't even get your chin up off your chest. If you're a woman out there and you've been alone by yourself for so long and you just tired of being alone, you really want a relationship. You really want to have a mate. You want to meet your soulmate, whatever it is. Whatever it is, prayer is the answer. You are listening to a guy who is a direct recipient of prayer. I can't tell you anything that I've gotten out of that I didn't pray about. Oh, now, there are a lot of things. Hold on, let me backtrack a little bit. There are a lot of things that have happened in my life that I've gotten past without praying because I think my mama was praying for me. And then there's this thing that God has called grace and mercy, that he just somehow keeps us all waking up every day with our foot on some form of solid ground because he's just waiting on us to come to him. But y'all, if you can implement prayer into your day, every single day, and I'm talking about put it in there at the top of your day, put it in there in the middle of your day, put it in there when you close your day out, when you sitting at your desk and ain't nobody bothering you, that's a good time. Now look, you don't have to make no scene. You ain't got to let everybody know, oh, I'm spiritual, I love God, look at me, oh, I'm down. Or you ain't got to do none of that. Matter of fact, don't do it for that reason. Because if that's your reason for doing it, that's going to be your reward. If you want somebody to just say, oh, they pray they pray at lunch and they had a Bible on their desk and they have a bunch of highlights in it. If you sitting it out there so people can see that that's what you do, then that's going to be your reward. Please know, that's going to be your reward. What I want you to do is pray. Ask God for the things, the desires of your heart. Have a faith. Believe in them. But pray earnestly, man. I mean, actually go at it with saying, hey, God, listen to me. I can't do this without you. I need your help. Listen, I know a lot of people that pray. I know a lot of it. If I told you the rich and famous that I talk to that pray constantly, it would amaze you. Go talk to God about it, man. Matter of fact, you done already got yourself into trouble. Go talk to God about it. You can't see no way out. You're in a situation, you thinking about doing something straight crazy. Pump your brakes, partner. Slow down a little bit. My man, slow down. Don't. All you're going to do is make the situation worse. Go over there today and talk to God. Talk to God for real. Look, man, you know what, man? Sometimes I've gone to God and I've just said, hey, God, I don't have a clue. Matter of fact, I'm so jacked up right now, God, I don't even really know what to ask you for. I just need some help. I'm so deep in some mess right now. Not only can I not see the way out, I can't see my way round. There's a poem called Invictus, and the opening line says, out of the night that covers me, black as a pit from pole to pole, I thank God for whatever be for my unconquerable soul. This line is so deep. It starts off saying, I am in deep trouble. I'm in a pit. Black as a pit from pole to pole. I'm talking about, man, from over there to over there. It's pitch black. And man, you ever been in that situation before, y'all? Because I have. I'm talking about black as a pit from pole to pole. God is there. God is available. God is always standing by. He just wants you to come to him. See, he's been coming to you a whole lot of times. He's presented himself. I can't tell you how many times. He's shown you how good a God he is. He's given us all grace and mercy without us asking for it. He's gotten you through some things, and you looked up and boy, oh man, I don't know how the hell. Okay, that's cool. I'm cool. No. That wasn't cool. That was God. Pray, man. When you're out of answers and you don't know what to do, pray. If you see some trouble coming, pray. If you already got into it, pray. If you don't know the answers, pray. If you can't see no way out, pray. Pray, man. Talk to God. Don't make a scene, just talk to God. All right? Very important.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me have your attention, please. Your undivided attention. Try Jesus, not me, 'cause I throw hands. Try Jesus, please don't try me, because I fight. It's my theme song all the way to 2025. Yeah. I want to thank God for them imperfect Christians such as myself for writing such a smash hit that's sweeping the gospel community. Record times, I would venture to say. Ladies and gentlemen, Steve Harvey Morning Show, Shirley Strawberry.
Welcome back, Steve, our fearless leader. Welcome back. We missed you yesterday.
Welcome back. Carla's not here. That gets me right to the point. That damn Junior.
Morning, Unc, man. Glad you back in the cycle, man. You back on it?
Yeah, man, back working and everything, man. Family Feud live in living color.
Yes, sir.
Nephew Tommy.
Yes, sir. In the building, Uncle Steve. Welcome back.
Man.
Congratulations on your show. Back on track.
You can ask him, Tommy. Go ahead.
Oh.
You can ask him, Tommy.
Yeah, that
Where the
makes
hell he
sense.
was?
Discussion.
Yeah, go ahead. No, say it with the same.
Yeah.
Where the hell was your ass at yesterday?
There you go.
Why did he need a much-needed vacation day?
Yeah, they
All
are.
of
They
that.
are. And when you gone, all I hear, Steve's on a much-needed vacation. That ain't no damn vacation. He just ain't here. That's what that was.
Yeah, apparently
You
that
just
got on his
wasn't
nerves,
here.
Steve.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was strong with it too, Unc.
Yeah. I mean, but you know, I understand, though. I understand perfectly. When you
What?
when you have certain deficiencies, you know what I'm saying?
I'm deficient. Well, where I'm deficient at? Where I'm deficient at? Where is that at? Where I'm
Where are you
deficient.
deficified at?
What? You know what I'm saying? You said deficiencies. Where is my deficiencies there?
You know, the most noise comes from childish people.
I've been
I've
quiet the
discovered
whole
that.
time.
You've discovered.
You know what?
that
I
in
know
your
how to
walk.
fix this. I know how to fix this with you. Look at your text, and I bet you quit fooling with me. You're gonna leave me alone, see?
Uh-oh.
I'm sorry, Tommy.
I got it, Joe.
Wow. That's how you do it, though. That's what Ray Donovan would
Yeah, I'll
do.
be quiet. I'll be
He
quiet.
gets some dirt on you or something.
No, he ain't got no dirt on me.
No. He ain't got no dirt.
Well, something was in that text.
Colorful
Hard to
language.
have
That's
dirt
all.
if you ain't left the house in 9 months. Hard to have dirt on.
Yeah. Yeah. Matter of fact, got dirt on where?
You'd like to
Dirt.
see
I
it.
ain't even got dust on me. I saw Steve. You was a damn lie.
You's a lie.
I've been right here.
You is a lie.
All right, guys. Coming up at 32 minutes after the hour, the Chief Love Officer is back in the building. We'll have your questions right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Okay, time for Ask the CLO. Mr. Harvey, CLO, Chief Love Officer, are you ready?
Ready.
All right.
More
This one's
label.
this one's from Doreen in Kansas. She says, I've been in a relationship with my children's father for 8 years. We were 24 when we met, and we had our 2 children young. We both had issues with cheating on each other, but we managed to stay together. Whenever I mention marriage to him, he can't give me a clear reason as to why he won't ask me to be his wife. I know we did things backwards and should have tried marriage first, but here we are. After 8 years of him stalling, what can I do differently in this relationship to let him know I'm serious? Good question.
Well, I mean, that's a great question, but we have a problem, though. Like you said, but you got married young. You think you did it slightly out of order, and you've both had issues cheating on one another. That right there has probably scarred both of you. Now, he probably knows you're serious, But now he ain't said nothing to you about marriage. It's been 8 years. You know, and then you said, but we managed to stay together. Mm-hmm. Staying together is not a prerequisite to getting married. I can assure you that.
True.
And so I don't think you did it out of order anyway. You should have got married first. But if you'd have got married first, would you all have still had the cheating issues? See, something's wrong somewhere else. That's a greater problem than you all have than not being married. So I think that you all need to get at the core of why you all cheat, why you all aren't married, because him marrying you ain't gonna change nothing, especially if either one of you is still out there wilding.
Yeah, after 8 years, too. That's how long they've been together.
Yeah. So.
All right. So she just get to the core. Don't do anything different except for to get to the core of the problem.
You need to find out what the problem is. The problem is y'all ain't married. The problem is y'all have just managed to stay together.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, CLO. This one's from Curtis in Dallas. He says, I'm in my early 60s and my wife is in her late 60s. I retired 3 years ago and my wife stopped being intimate with me 3 years ago. So I got a part-time job at a pharmacy so I could meet women. Everybody does that, right? I've been having sex with a cashier down at work, and it was fun and exciting at first, but I'm tired of giving this lady all of my money, and I feel bad for cheating on my wife. I am still very attracted to my wife and would prefer to have sex with her. Do you think if I jokingly tell my wife that younger women are hitting on me at work, she'll take more interest in having sex with me?
What? Wait, hold on, dog. You ain't been joking. Now you go jokingly mention that it's younger girls here, and you ain't really that funny.
Behavior, men.
See, I don't know if that's a good idea. Because once you can't dangle the carrot in front of women. Dog, you can't mention another woman to a woman and think that's just gonna be the statement and she ain't gonna put that in the computer and run it.
Woo.
You've got to be kidding me, man. You can't throw a hint out to a woman and then think she not gonna follow through the hint and see what's behind the hint. As your dumb ass jokingly.
She was down at that pharmacy.
I was down at job the other day. Cashier, you know, she young.
Why you think she stopped though, dog?
You know, she you gonna ask me for some money. I gave it to her. We down there. We been sleeping together.
She's gonna be more mad about that money too.
Boy.
Serious
You think
problem.
what, Tommy? What was your question?
Why she stopped 3 years ago? What made her
Being
just shut
intimate
him
with them.
Being intimate with him. Why she shut that down?
I don't know. Maybe he was home too much. You know, he retired 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
You
was
hear
on
all
She got
the
sick of
time.
them.
Yeah, you just hear all the time rubbing on me. Get off me, you know.
He had right logic though.
People in their 60s still do it, right?
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. All
But
right.
you got to remember that's where the slogan came from, too.
Huh?
You got to remember where that famous slogan came from.
What
Which
slogan?
one?
You know, I could have had a V8,
I could have had a V8.
you know.
All right.
Maybe she'd rather have a V8, you know.
Before we run out of time, CLO, this one's from Teresa in Orlando. She says, I'm a 40-year-old woman and I've been dating a 40-year-old man since January. He's a great guy, but he's childish. For our first date, we went to Chuck E. Cheese and we ate dinner there too for Valentine's Day. He gave me a princess crown and took me to Disney World. I have a 13-year-old son, so when he comes to visit, he plays video games all night long with my son. Then he falls asleep watching cartoons on my couch. His favorite meal is pizza and orange soda. How can I get him to grow up?
Damn, dog.
Are you kidding
Chuck
me?
E.
You got a
Cheese at 40?
boy.
Lady, you must be out your mind. You finna marry this little boy. He play video games with your son. His favorite meal is pizza and orange soda. He took you to Chuck E. Cheese on Valentine's Day? Mm-hmm. Are you kidding me?
No.
Why are you still talking to him?
He took her to Disney World on Valentine's Day. He took her to Chuck E. Cheese on their first day.
Lady.
that whole band up there singing.
And they had dinner there, too. They had dinner at Chuck E. Cheese, too, Steve, on the first day.
And for your 10-year anniversary, you're going to be going back to It's a Small World after all.
That gorilla, that mouse, all of them playing.
That's a rough pizza right there, Chuck.
Yeah.
That's a rough one now, Paul.
For
Hey, man,
grown
let me tell
ups,
you something,
yeah.
man. That pizza right there, they need to cut that out, man.
They need to stop that,
But
man.
the kids love it. That's
with that
crazy,
little tomato
right?
paste on it.
All right. Thank you, CLO, as usual. Coming up.
Man, Chuck E. Cheese needs to quit calling that pizza for real. I'm glad you mentioned that, Tommy.
Coming up, it is the nephew with Run That Prank Back right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour, Miss Ann will be here with our national news and an update, of course, on Tropical Storm Isaias. In entertainment news, Kanye has announced his running mate. Oh, boy. And we'll talk about Dr. Dre's
We still doing that?
Yeah. Dr. Dre also in entertainment news, his $1 billion divorce, I should say. Right now, it's time for the nephew to run that prank back. What you got for us, Neff?
I got papers on that man. I got papers on that man. Let's go.
She's got papers.
Richard Dimplesfield.
Dimplesfield.
On me.
You know who that is, Junior?
No. Richard Dipper.
He drove the bus for Jodeci.
Yeah. Exactly.
Let's go, Cat. I got papers on that man.
Hello.
Hello, I'm trying to reach, is this Phyllis?
Yes, it is. Who am I speaking to?
Hi, Phyllis, this is John down at the job. I work out here with Clem, your husband Clem. Clem?
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. How are you?
I'm good. He slipped and fell today,
What?
and he hurt himself. He was a little shaken up here at the job.
So what happened? What happened?
Well, I think he definitely pulled something in his back. But
Okay.
now who are you now?
I'm his wife. I'm his wife, Phyllis.
You're Phyllis?
That's right. That's correct.
Okay, because we got listed that his wife is Janice, and we tried to call her earlier, but we didn't get an
Yes,
answer.
I'm his wife, sir. I'm his wife. I don't know who Janice. Who the hell is Janice?
Janice is who he has listed for a contact when it's emergency contact or something should happen.
No, y'all got that mixed up. Y'all must have mixed that up somehow. He wouldn't have put no damn Janice as his wife. I'm his wife, Phyllis. So I don't know who messed up, but that ain't right. I'm the wife.
Okay, well, it has her listed as the wife, and call her as a contact if something goes wrong.
Well, I don't know what to tell you because I'm his wife. Now I don't know who messed up.
Hold on 1 second. Let me click over 1 second. There's a call coming.
Yeah.
Just give me 1 second.
That's some Janice on the doggone. What the hell now?
Okay, that was Janice.
What?
She said she's going to come out to the job, so you don't have to
No,
worry about
hold
coming
up,
to get it.
hold up. No, I'm coming out to the job. I'm his wife. I don't know who no Janice is, but y'all need to get it straight because I'm his
Well,
wife.
she said
So I'm coming.
she said she's gonna come and take him to the doctor.
No, she ain't taking him nowhere, sir. I'm his wife. I'm taking him. Y'all, you don't release my husband to no body. I'm his freaking wife. So y'all need to straighten y'all out.
Janice said she'll be right here in 10 minutes,
Well,
man.
I know what. I bet y'all be there in 10 minutes too, and I bet y'all better not release my husband to nobody. I'm his wife. I don't know who no Janice is, but y'all need to get that straight. I'm on my way. And you tell Janice if she beat me there to hold up, sister. Produce some marriage certificate papers or something. Tell her to produce that. I got the papers on that man.
Okay, well, I'm just saying, Janice he does have her on the list, man, so I can
I don't give a what he have on the list, sir. I don't give a what's on the list.
Well, why would You have her name on the list, ma'am. Why would her name be above your name on the list?
You know what? I'm not going to play this little ring around the rosy with you. I got papers on that man, so you better y'all best hold up until I get there in case y'all want some more problems.
I'm going to release him to Janice as soon as she gets here.
Sir, you better release my husband and no about it. All y'all must be laid out on the floor. So I'm going to tell you right now, if my husband ain't there when I get there, it's going to be some full-blown going down. So you best just wait till I get there. This is a bunch of bullshit, but it's going to end when I get there. I'm on her way. I got to hang up with you. I ain't got time to play with you either. So I'm on my way because she going to answer for this. Janice might get a beat down and your ass going to get the business if my husband ain't there. You hear me? You heard?
I hear you. I hear you,
I'm
ma'am.
I ain't got time to be going back and forth with you playing ring around the road. I'm a grown-ass woman. I got to go. I seem like I got some business to take care of over there.
Okay, well, what am I supposed to do with Janice?
Like I said, you tell that to hold the up. I'm on my way. She trying to represent like she me? That trying to be me?
Okay, then what do you want me to tell her?
That she ain't wife. She might be
okay, what do you want me to
material.
What do you want me to tell Tommy?
Who Tommy? I don't even know no Tommy. Who Tommy?
That's me, baby. This is Nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Your husband, Clement, got me to prank phone call you.
Okay, y'all full of okay? Y'all are full of I'm going to kick all of y'all. Hold on. You told me you stay your ass over there. I ain't got time to be playing with y'all like this. I'm trying to get my work done. I'm going to kick all y'all asses.
Hey, I got one more thing to ask you, baby. What's the baddest radio show in the land? The Steve Harvey Morning Show.
And there you have it. I got papers on that man right there. I got papers on that man.
I saw
crazy.
You and him walking in the rain.
Who is this?
You know anything about that, Junior?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Oh, you know that one.
Yeah. Yeah, I know that
Never be
one.
the same.
That's more about around me, but getting here. But not Richard Dimperfield.
I saw you.
Yeah.
I hated she got papers on me. I hated it.
Really? What's wrong with this song?
I hated that.
You didn't like it because of the song or because of his voice or because of the
No,
melody?
after I found out how serious that is, I hate it.
Oh, after you went through it.
That was
What?
real to you. Okay, I got
What?
it. That struggle was real. Okay.
I ain't pay no attention to it till somebody finally got some papers on my ass.
It's like, yeah, why do you like it? Okay.
Wow.
I understand.
So what did you do? You just never played it? What happened? You
No,
weren't in
after I
radio
got married,
then,
I
so-
went, damn, this is tragic.
He couldn't go anywhere.
This ain't a song, this a revelation.
She had him.
Yeah.
So to Junior,
Classic.
tell him who that was
Classic.
again, Steve. Because
That was the guy that drove the tour bus for Jodeci.
Man, he all right then. He cool.
I know.
He good dude.
Ooh-wee. He wrote that for Jodeci. Ooh-wee.
We're going to do a Steve and Junior
All right,
versus.
now you got it, Junior. Thank you, Steve. Coming up at the top of the hour, we'll have some entertainment news and our national news update with Miss Ann Tripp right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Well, Dr. Dre's wife is not getting divorced without a fight. She's my new hero. She's my shero because she's challenging their prenup, and $1 billion, I said billion with a B, is on the line. Nicole Young filed legal docs obtained by TMZ in which she stated that Dr. Dre is now worth $1 billion, and before they tied the knot, she was extremely reluctant and felt pressured to sign the prenup. She said 2 years into the marriage, Dr. Dre told her he was ashamed for pressuring her to sign it, and he tore up multiple copies of their prenup in front of her. What do you think about that, Steve? You think this is going to hold up in court? What do you think?
I don't like getting in people's personal business because I don't want nobody in mine. But we're going to talk about this billion, though.
Well, that's what it's about.
Well, we're going to damn sure have it. And a large part of that billion is going to be with a lawyer. I've lost so many times in court. I just can't see him winning. I don't know no dude that wins in court. Now, I'm pulling for you, Dre, but...
I'm pulling for her.
He lose this, he going to be back on tour. He got to win some of this.
No, Tommy. They not gonna take this man's empire from him.
Okay,
that's out the question. That's not gonna take
hard
it.
for that.
But
excuse me, $500 million is a lot of money.
No, ain't
half.
You ain't worked half.
Ain't nobody getting
half.
Surely.
You ain't working no half or no $1 billion. Hell,
look.
How many lyrics she write?
Half. Okay. Steve is mad for real. I love
we
it.
going to make sure she all right. You ain't never got to work again. But
all right is half, okay?
No.
All right is half.
Ain't 20 million all right? No.
I mean, I'm not going to, turn my nose up at it.
30 million?
Well, then get to sniffing it then.
I say half.
No, you said 20. We going to court. I'll run an air check. Your ass said 20.
I said I wouldn't turn my nose up at it. That's what I said.
I think what they'll do is they'll reach some type of settlement. But it depends on what her prenup said too.
Yeah, I think half is very fair.
No, half is not. No.
Well,
we
can all have our different opinions.
No, but you always got that same opinion.
Yours ain't an opinion.
And
yours is a statement, Shirley.
Shirley,
you're very racist towards men.
And you guys are very chauvinistic.
No. You're very, very bigoted. And matter of fact, Shirley Strawberry, you're a racist towards black men. Every time a black man get his ass in trouble, you want half.
Well, look, she helped him build his empire.
I'm ashamed to be working with you.
Don't discount her like she didn't contribute or anything.
No, I'm not discounting that sister.
I'm saying half.
She the mother of his kids. Is that true?
Thank you.
Yeah, I ain't discounting the sister at all.
They've been together forever. Okay.
They've been together forever. It's just going to have to be some type of settlement. She can challenge it.
A settlement is half. That is fair.
A settlement is not half.
It don't matter. It don't matter about the prenup, Junior. Anybody can argue anything. Once you come to court, you can argue anything. Now, what happens is they bring up stuff in court to help you see a way out of this prenup.
Right. And
it's going to be some type of settlement because some stuff can get said just to end it. I think he's a good guy, man. I just think he's a good guy.
I'm going to need my legal fees paid as well. Thank you.
22
million. Plus pay my legal fees. Thank you. We're moving on. Thank you, guys.
Wow.
We're going to check in with Miss Andrew.
I feel violated.
Me too.
Damn. I just got
Miss Dre wrote this right here. Yeah. We ain't seen no Miss Dre on that.
I didn't see her in NWA.
See, that's disrespectful right there, Miss Dre.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Ann Tripp.
Okay, I'm siding with Shirley Strawberry. That's right. Okay, this is Ann Tripp with the news. A massive explosion shook the Lebanese capital, Beirut, yesterday. It was horrible, killing at least 100 people, injuring over 4,000 other people. It caused widespread damage across much of the city. Much of the city looks leveled like from a bomb. In fact, several hospitals were so damaged that doctors were seen ministering to the injured on the streets. Local authorities say the blast took place near Beirut's port, where some highly explosive materials were improperly stored, but officials say might also have been an attack. The cleanup, meanwhile, has begun in North Carolina in the wake of hurricane-turned-tropical storm Isaiah, but Governor Roy Cooper is warning residents about taking precautions.
As cleanup continues, don't forget that the pandemic is still with us. So help your neighbor, but do it safely. Wear your mask, keep your distance, and bring your hand sanitizer.
And that goes for everyone everywhere that was affected, okay? At least 6 fatalities have been reported due to the storm. Word out of St. Louis, Missouri, prosecutors will not charge a former cop named Darren Wilson with shooting 18-year-old college-bound Michael Brown to death in Ferguson in 2014. Michael Brown was unarmed. He was shot to death in the back by Wilson, who's white. On August 9th, 2014, Wilson claimed he feared for his life, even though Brown was walking away from him. His parent, Michael Brown's parents, as you would think, are devastated. Okay, and the hits keep coming. Michigan Republican State Senator Tom Barrett, a bit of a COVID-19 denier, who even sponsored a bill to limit Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer's emergency powers, which included making masks mandatory. He wrote a bill to get rid of that. Barrett's now learned he has tested positive for COVID-19. U.S. Justice Department's awarded $35 million in grants to secure safe housing for survivors of human trafficking. That money to go to organizations in 33 states. The grants are designed to cover rents and utilities and security deposits, not just for like 1 year, but for several years, actually. So that is just out the U.S. Justice Department, $35 million in grant money. So when it's a grant, you don't have to pay it back. And the president has signed a measure into law that allocates millions of dollars for various conservation and maintenance of the national parks and public lands. The bill had bipartisan support. Republicans are claiming victory for it, but the Democrats say we wanted it too, and the environmentalists say they really love it. They're so happy. Finally, Kanye West has dropped out of the presidential race.
Praise the Lord. Hallelujah.
Kanye withdrew his petition to be on New Jersey's ballot. He's reportedly no longer pursuing the White House. Now back to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
You guys all right, everybody? All right? You all looking
I'm still on this $1 billion, and you talking about you're supposed to get half. I'm still on that.
First of all, it's not.
You ain't right
your money.
one jam on Chronic.
Not one.
Not now. You didn't draw the weed emblem on the album. You ain't booked the studio.
You don't know that. You don't know that. She stood by his
Don't
side
know
through
that.
all of that.
I believe, Shirley, I
Yes.
believe that a settlement, it should be in place.
I think
I believe that.
I agree with you. We're in
I believe
agreement
that a
there.
settlement
Okay,
should be
we're
in
in agreement
place.
there. Yes.
But not no
And
500 million, though.
Why not, though? Why can't she get half? Why?
Say it again. You ain't
DLC.
worked for half.
But you don't know that, though. I think you're speaking out of school there. I think she's a mother. She's been his wife. She's had to put up with a lot. All of
Definitely
that.
a mother, definitely a wife. Got that part.
You can't, and you can't put a price on that.
You can't put a
Except for
price
I
on
can. I can.
Yeah, well, we know you can. That's
Half.
what you do.
Half.
I'm glad you ain't representing nobody. In court.
Well, you know, I think it'll be a settlement. You know, he seemed like Dre's a good brother, man, and she's a wonderful sister. I met
Yes,
them
she
both.
is.
I don't.
And worth every
it's
penny.
sad. I don't like to see people break up, man. I just don't.
No,
do
now that part
I
we're
guess
definitely in
nothing-
agreement
I guess
with.
nothing from that, man.
Yeah. I mean,
I hate to see it when it happens.
and we know that, you know, you're going to have ups and downs in marriage, of course. We know that.
Even though the two times that I broke up, it was both for joyous occasions for me. I just hate to see it for other people. But for me, it was an answer to prayer. It was a realization that God is in the forgiving business.
But you've grown now. You're older now, so I'm sure you can be friends or friendly.
I mean,
with
look,
your exes.
I've changed a lot. You know, I made a lot of mistakes. I made a lot of mistakes
see-
as a younger man. I really, really did.
And see, that's big of you to be able to even admit that, Steve. Seriously.
Right.
It
And,
is.
and I've paid for all of my mistakes. Well, first time my half, you could have got the whole and it wasn't nothing.
You can have all that.
Man, that first one, that was
I start over.
that was not an asset. That was not a damn discussion.
The car, nothing, Steve.
Arguing about this 1,500 I had got off Apollo. Maybe.
All right. All right, guys, we're going to switch gears here. Coming up at 34 minutes after the hour, something you don't hear about a lot, but there was a shootout in Beverly Hills. Yes, Beverly Hills. We'll talk about it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
One person is dead and two are critically wounded after shots rang out at a Beverly Hills house party on Mulholland Drive that was allegedly being thrown for an NFL player. Hundreds of people were at this party. It was at a rented mansion and violated LA's ban against large gatherings. According to one witness, a bunch of gangsters came in and robbed everybody and started shooting. Law enforcement sources reported to TMZ that it was a gang-related bash, and they say they don't have any evidence to support that an NFL player was there. Parties of any size are banned in Los Angeles County due to the pandemic, and so far cops say no arrests have been made. Wow. That's something you just don't hear about going down in Beverly Hills on Mulholland Drive, a shootout, yeah. With gangs. You just don't hear that. Yeah. Very odd. They do bust people in and, golf carts, things like that. Yeah, but you still gotta, that's sad. That's very sad.
It's crazy, man. This world, man. I just say to people, man, just be careful, be smart.
And you got to stop partying.
Who wants to go to a party right now?
Yeah, these
people,
large gatherings. Young people still are doing this. Large gatherings.
There's so many people not getting it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
this
they don't
thing is
get
real,
it.
man.
And
okay, let's say your immune system is really strong and you have very mild symptoms or semi-serious symptoms. The fact that you can take it home and kill somebody that you really love.
Yeah.
A parent, a grandparent, an uncle, an aunt.
A child. Yeah.
You know,
whose system isn't as strong.
Man, I'm telling you, man, if you have a pre-existing condition, now this is asthma. Asthma is a pre-existing condition. This thing can affect your lungs. Just create shortness of breath, and you got asthma. We have a problem now, man.
Right.
You know, people with any little thing, thyroid conditions,
diabetes,
weak immune system, people in treatment for anything, people on medication. It affects so many, and it affects everybody differently. There are people dying from this. Very, very young, very, very healthy people are dying from this. You cannot take a chance because you hear of so many people being asymptomatic or surviving it. You don't know how it's going to affect you and yours.
Right. All we know is that the numbers are going up. That's what we know because people refuse to wear masks and social distance. That's the only thing we know right now.
The damn president don't wear a mask. Yeah, he don't know how to lead. And this is a mess, man.
Also in the news, guys, President Trump, of course, we know he's been a vocal proponent of reopening schools and all of that. He also ignored the inherent risks. Yesterday, he was on Fox News, and Trump suggested that Democrats want to keep the economy hobbled and schools closed for political reasons rather than safety reasons. In that Fox interview, in that same interview, Trump told Lou Dobbs, "We want the schools open, Lou. You know young people have better immune systems than we do, Lou." What?
He says it enough times, and
but really especially now.
He believes it, and he just throws it out there. The sad part is his base just goes along with it, man. I've never seen a group of people follow anyone more blindly in such massive numbers.
We have to vote.
No, and he's back on that again, Shirley. He back on it, talking about all the stuff he's done for black people. He back on that again.
Yeah, he said it again.
He said that again.
He said it again.
I gave y'all prison reform. I'm like, that ain't just for black people.
Hey, dog, I'm not in prison. Okay. So help me with what you've done for me. Because my ass ain't in there, ain't been in there. I ain't
not going.
Right. So now, for the majority of black people who've never been to prison, who will never go to prison, show me what you've done.
Even what he said about John Lewis, Shirley, he didn't come to my inauguration.
Yeah. He said he didn't come to my inauguration. He didn't come to my State of the Union speeches. He said he really didn't know him.
I don't know him.
No, because he was on the front line for civil rights. You don't know anybody. Trump doesn't know any black people.
We're moving on. Coming up next, the nephew with the prank phone call right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour, about 4 minutes after the hour, it's my strawberry letter for today. The subject, my mom is hooked on a homeless hustler, okay? That is the subject. My mom
Where
is
he get
hooked
game from?
on a homeless hustler.
Hey, what's up? What's happening? You want something in this grocery cart? What you like? You see something you like? No. Look, just come on down here. Stick your head in this refrigerator box. I got something to show you.
Yeah. Wait till you hear this.
You need an air conditioner?
She's hooked, though. All right, but the nephew's in the building with today's prank phone call right now. What you got for us, Neff?
A wedding with Butchie. A wedding with Butchie. Let's go, Butchie. Come on, cat dog. Play Butchie.
Hello? Hello, I'm trying to reach Alan. This is he. Hey, Alan, how you doing? This is Butchie, man. Butchie? Yeah. You was at the cookout the other day with the family. I'm Christian's cousin. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. You was at the cookout the other day. I wanted to reach out to you. I know the wedding is in the next 2 weeks, right? Yeah. It's okay. Like 2.5, yeah. Yeah, you ready for that? Hell yeah. Okay. Well, hey, man, I got a little bit of a problem that, that we kind of wanted to call you about, because the family got together and had a little meeting, and what the deal is this here. I know you excited and want to marry my cousin, and she kind of excited, too, about the whole thing. But, the family members, we got together and decided that for right now, we finna call the wedding off for right now. What you talking about, calling the wedding off? Well, see, everybody think you cool and all, and, we real passionate, man, about, people marrying into our family or whatever. The gathering the other day, that was a potluck thing. Everybody brings something, right? Hold on. Kristen ain't never told me no like that. About what? About something about not getting no married. Okay, well, see, right here, like I say, this is what the family done decided on. I don't give a what the family decided on. Okay, see, that's what I'm trying to tell you. See, we're a real close-knit family, and it's like this here. See, first of all, let me get you to understand this here. You talking to Butchie right now, all right? See, here's the deal. We done decided that the wedding ain't finna happen in 2 weeks. Until, when we had the potluck barbecue, everybody bring something. Why you ain't bring nothing? What you talking about? I'm paying for the wedding. Oh, that's what you finna throw up in our face, that you paying for the wedding? Hell yeah. What was I supposed to bring? Hey, man, everybody brings something when we have a potluck. Everybody brings something and contribute to the function or the event that's going on. And for you to walk up in there and not have nothing, that let us know what kind of person you going to be in the family. We can't have it. Hold on. Who is this again? This Butchie right here. I don't know no Butchie. Look, I came to the family gathering picnic. I came there, showed up, was loving on all y'all, telling y'all how great this was going to be. And now you telling me I can't marry Kristen? Is that what telling me? Hey, man, the family done already voted, and when the family vote, dog, that's it. I ain't marrying the family. You marrying my cousin Kristen. That's what you trying to do, and you ain't finna marry her. Look, don't be calling up to my job talking no like this. I'm already on hot from today with some bull my supervisor done pulled. Do not come calling me with no bull. Hey, man, let me tell you this here. Until we can decide that you good for Christian, until we can decide that, you can handle being married to her and you come correct as a family member, and if you going to come to potlucks, then you bring a pot. You ain't bring nothing. I ain't got to bring nothing. I'm paying for this wedding. I don't give a what y'all say. All that money I done dropped for this, I bought 2 bottles of wine to it. You bought, I ain't seen no wine. I don't care if you got that wine or not. I saw her mama drinking it. Okay, well, I ain't getting no wine. I don't remember nobody bringing no wine. See, Butchie normally see everything that go on. I got class. I don't know what you talking about. Butchie, whatever. I brought some wine. Her mama was drinking it, and I ain't playing that. This wedding going down. I done spent over $23,000 on this. Hey, man, I done already told you that the family done voted on that the wedding ain't I don't give a what the family voted on. I done paid for this. I ain't heard nothing from Kristen about this. Kristen might not know what we done voted on. We make decisions sometimes for everybody. You understand? That don't include me. We'll let Kristen know that we finna stop the wedding. I'm just calling to let you know before I even tell her what's up. You trying to tell me Kristen don't even know? Nah, we ain't told her that we don't agree with you yet and that we gonna stop the wedding. We ain't told her that. Man, get out of here. I done paid all this money for this, man. Y'all ain't stopping. Hey, man, I done already told you what we doing, all right? I'm not finna continue to go back and forth with you. You better get off my phone raising your voice at me. I don't know who the hell you talking. I tell you what, let me say this to you. I don't care if I got to bust up in that church and stop this wedding, because you done went against what we done said. Whatever I got to do.
I don't know who you with. I wish your would try to stop this wedding. Look, we can handle this right now. I can get off of work. I'm already going through some bull, and I'm already on fire. I will come there and bust your right now.
I don't know. You know what? See, when she was going with Nigel, Nigel ain't act like this.
Hey, what the I don't know you didn't bring that up. Me and that done already have. Don't even bring that name up in me.
Hey, man, I'm just keeping it real with you. Nigel ain't act like this here.
That we done have words, and if that want to come and bust up in there too, he get dealt with just like that too.
Hey, man, all I'm just trying to say is the whole family, 100%.
All that, I don't want to hear nothing about this no more. Tell me where to be, and we can deal with this right now.
I'm just letting you know the family done voted. The family done already agreed on it. Now, what we'll do, we'll push the wedding back and then give us time to reevaluate you.
Reevaluate me? I don't need no evaluation from y'all. Me and Krista get married. I done put some money on this.
All I know is the wedding ain't happening.
The wedding is happening. Not after I done paid for all this. You want some bull? You, the family, we gonna get married in 2.5 weeks, and y'all if y'all don't come. And if y'all come up in that, y'all gonna get dealt with straight up.
I'm trying. Hello? Hey, man, I'm trying to tell you, man. Right now, the family don't want you in the family right now.
I don't give a about y'all. I ain't in love with y'all. I'm marrying Kristen, and I can give a if I see y'all ever again.
Oh, I'm gonna tell you this here. The family voted on one more thing. You need to go on know that while we at it.
This ain't no damn democracy. We getting married. That is between her and I. And if y'all don't want to be there, jump off in the ditch.
There's one more thing we done voted on.
What the else you done voted on?
We voted on this. This is Nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Christian's entire family got me to prank phone call you.
Y'all some. I'm still coming to the wedding. You Tommy. I done put all that money out like that. I was like, no, sir.
I got one more thing I got to ask you, dog. What is the baddest, and I mean the baddest, radio show in the land?
The Steve Harvey Morning Show, baby. Tommy, I'm being real with you,
baby.
Wow,
that dude
Tommy.
right there, he was serious, man. He was
a real
gonna
one.
do something to you, man.
Uh-huh. He was
all you just tell me where you at right now. I deal with you right now.
Yeah,
I already had
hot.
my punk ass boss got me on fire right now. He just said some bull crap he trying to pull up here. I'm already hot. Boy, this dude said, man, okay, yeah.
Ooh. Blank you and blank the family. Man.
No damn butchie.
Butchie.
Didn't care nothing about it.
That was a good one.
You ain't told her. No, we ain't told her yet. Oh, okay.
He said, I got class. I bought 2 bottles of wine to the wedding. That's what I brought.
I ain't seen
to
no
the
wine.
Drinking?
Uh-huh.
Her mama was drinking it.
Oh, man. Keep it stupid.
Wow. How do you come up with that's what I always want to know.
That left side of the brain. That left side. That right side is Thomas Miles. That left side, that's Tommy over there.
Please don't put that on the left side, okay?
It's on
What
the
is
left.
it?
No, that's just how you are. Don't say that. That's just how you are.
Period.
Left side.
Point blank,
Start
period.
that. Y'all just alike. You and your nephew just alike. No, we not. No, we not.
All right. Thank you, guys. Thank you, nephew. Coming up next, it is the Strawberry Letter. Subject, my mom is hooked on a homeless hustler. We'll get into it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Well, before today's Strawberry Letter, remember, we always want to stress to you the importance of voting, people. Please, Steve Harvey Nation, whenweallvote.org. Go on it, get registered so you can be ready. We have 90 days left until the November 3rd election day. Okay, 90 days left. That's not a lot of time. That's like 3 months, really. 3 months. So keep that in mind, whenweallvote.org. We all have to do our parts. Okay, it is time now for the Strawberry Letter. And if you need advice on relationships, dating, work, sex, parenting, and more, please submit your Strawberry Letter to steveharveyfm.com. All you have to do is just click Submit Strawberry Letter. We could be reading your letter live on the air, just like we're going to read this one right here, right now.
Buckle up. Hold on tight. We got it for you. Here it is, the Strawberry Letter.
All right, thank you, nephew. Subject, my mom is hooked on a homeless hustler. Dear Steve and Shirley, I have a 52-year-old single mother who is loving and giving person. 3 years ago, my mom kept saying she was going to reinvent herself and dress differently so she could meet a good man. My mom has always had a lot of nice men that come in and out of her life, and it breaks my heart when she gets attached and the man ends up leaving her. The current man she's dating will never leave her because he is a big loser and he needs my mom. She met him at church and he stood her up on their first date. That should have been a red flag. That was in January, and somehow they are still together. This man is an ex-con, and when I asked him where he works, he told me he's a hustler. He has no cell phone and was recently evicted from his apartment. My mom has a spare car, and he drives it daily, but it gets worse. My mom told me that he's been sleeping in her car since he was evicted and can't get another apartment because he doesn't have a state ID. Luckily, he can't stay with my mom because my youngest brother still lives at home. So instead, he sleeps in my mom's car at night and he showers at his uncle's house. He pops up at my mom's house unannounced if he wants to talk to her or see her because he does not have a cell phone. My mom always makes excuses for his actions and says she's doing the Christian thing by helping him out. The final straw was 2 weeks ago when I caught my mom sitting in her car in the parking lot of Kroger, eating dinner in her car with him. She told me it was a sweet, thoughtful date. I don't know how she can be so caught up with this bum. What can I do to stop this before he totally drains my mother of her dignity? Well, there's really not a lot you can do, okay? You know you can't change grown people, right? And that's what they are. They're grown people. And you may feel the way you feel, but this is your mom's life. But having said that, your dear sweet mom can't be serious, can she? Is she really serious about this guy? She mentioned being a good Christian and helping out. I'm trying to figure out where in Christianity or even in the Bible does it say you have to let a man live in your car and drive your car daily just because you have an extra one. I'm with you. I'm with you all the way on this. She certainly lowered her standards. She certainly settled with this guy. Reinventing yourself and changing the way you dress to attract someone else certainly doesn't mean this. But as her daughter, remember I told you they're grown. All you can do with grown people is let them know, and by them, I mean your mom. Let her know how you feel. Let her know how it makes you feel to see her sitting in her car and lowering her standards like this and letting this man drive her car and live in her car. Let her know how that makes you feel, how concerned you are about her. And, you got to tell her things like she must have forgotten who she is. She's used to dating nicer guys. She deserves better. That's really all you can do. It's up to your mom to decide whether she's going to stay or leave this man. And right now it looks like she's going to stay with him. Just be there when or if she falls. Steve?
This ain't going to last long. This ain't going to last long. This is just a breakup waiting to happen. I'm sorry that you're going through this, young lady, but I have some solutions for this. Now, before I give you the solutions, I must preempt this by saying that a couple of the suggestions that I have for you are going to require that you go away for a little while.
Like away where?
In order, before you do what I'm telling you about to do, try to get your affairs in order, because you're going to be away for a little while. Okay, but before we do that, let's go. You got a 52-year-old single mother. Now, she's a loving and giving person, but according to this letter, she's gullible. All right, 3 years ago, She kept saying she was going to reinvent herself and dress differently so she could meet a good man. Now, you say she's always had a lot of good men and they break her heart and then they end up leaving her. Now, the current man she's dating will never leave her because he's a big loser and he needs my mom. And you say he's a hustler when you ask him what he do. And he don't have an apartment and he don't have a state ID.
Or a cell phone.
So he don't have a cell phone. He don't have a place to stay. He don't own a car. He doesn't have cell phone, car, state ID. Ain't got nowhere to live. Okay. When you said your mother said she was going to change the way she dressed so she could meet a different type of man, what did your mama start wearing that got her to him? What was her last outfit? And can you take a picture and send it to the morning show so we can analyze what she had on that done attracted this hustler from the church with no cell phone, no car, no apartment, and no state ID? The rest of this right after we come back.
That's right. Part 2 of Steve's response to the strawberry letter. My mom is hooked on a homeless hustler at 23 minutes after the hour, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, Steve, come on. Let's recap today's strawberry letter. My mom is hooked on a homeless hustler.
Your mom was hooked on a homeless hustler that she met at church that does not have a car, that is not working, that does not have an apartment or a place to shower, that does not have a state ID, but he with your mama. And your mama said that what she was going to do was reinvent herself and dress differently so she could meet a good man. The question that we proposed right before we went on break was, what outfits is your mama putting together in her closet? What is she laying out on her bed at night and putting it on that has attracted the no working, homeless hustler that go to church and swindle women with no apartment, car, or state ID? The only reason you can't have no ID is for the last 7 years you have had a number instead of a name. Let the church say amen.
Amen.
Amen again.
Amen.
He has no cell phone, evicted. Your mama got a spare car. He drives it daily, but it gets worse. Your mama told me that he been sleeping in her car since he was evicted and can't get another apartment because he don't have a state ID. That's a couple of reasons why you can't get an apartment. You don't have a state ID, you don't have a job, you don't have credit. It's a lot of stuff.
A car.
Now, luckily, he can't stay with your mama because your youngest brother still live at home, and obviously he's of age where he can whoop somebody's ass. So let's thank God for that.
Thank you, Lord.
Little bruh's over there and is at an age where he got hands. Try Jesus, not me, because I'm your brother. And I throw hands, so thank God for that.
Yes, Lord.
He pops up at your mama's house unannounced if he wants to talk to her or see her because he don't have a cell phone. I remember the last time I didn't have a cell phone. I remember very distinctly because it was in my 20s. I mean, I didn't I ain't had one. It wasn't none.
Yeah.
Weren't no cell phones.
Yeah, they weren't invented then.
I remember when I first got them and I had my first cell phone for 6 weeks. Because it was a bag phone and you could plug it up in your car. And I made 2 long distance calls on it. My phone bill was $425. And so I said, I ain't paying that. And they said, ain't no problem. You ain't talking no more either. So that was my first cell phone bill.
Disconnected.
My mom always makes excuses for his actions and says she's doing the Christian thing by helping him out.
Come on now.
There's a lot of other Christians out here. They got Christian shelters. They got Christian centers. why you got to be the Christian to help everybody? He got your car. If he don't have a state ID, don't that mean he don't have a driver's license? He got your mama car, he don't have a driver's license. All right. The final straw was 2 weeks ago when I caught my mom sitting in her car in the parking lot of Kroger, eating dinner in her car with him. Eating out some styrofoam, just in there eating it. She told me it was a sweet, thoughtful date. Your mama crazy.
That was not a date.
Your mama crazy. You be 52-year-old sitting in your car eating out of containers and stuff. You done had to buy his ass some food. That wasn't no damn date. That was a handout.
Yeah. Pass the salt, please.
Look at the glove box. Give me a neck.
Yeah, right.
She told me it was a sweet, thoughtful date. I don't know how she can be so caught up with this bum. What can I do to stop this before he totally drains my mother of her dignity and money and car and credit? There are some things that you can do. In all seriousness, you probably don't need to do any of this because it's not worth it.
No.
But I would start slipping him notes in his refrigerator box. That's where I would start.
In his refrigerator? He doesn't have a refrigerator?
Refrigerator box, Shirley.
What is that?
Where he stay.
Oh. The cardboard refrigerator box.
Or you can slide it on the dashboard of your mama's car, the one you're living in. And the note should simply say this. Use your mama's first name. Let's just make up a name. Your mama named Brenda. The note should say just this and type it. If you continue seeing Brenda, I will have you killed. That's the note you want to put on the dashboard. One more time. If you continue to see Brenda, I'm going to have you killed. That shakes up most people.
Yeah, it shook me up.
I know it would me. I mean, I like a car to live in, but not that damn bad. I have other things, but I won't do it to you because that's enough. It's a lost cause. It's a lost cause.
Yeah.
But don't worry about it. She'll wake up before it's too late.
Absolutely. All right. Thank you, Steve. Post your comments on today's letter on Instagram at Steve Harvey FM and check out the Strawberry Letter podcast on demand. Coming up in 10 minutes, we'll review the headlines and some trending topics right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
President Trump on Tuesday participated in a swearing-in ceremony for the U.S. military first African-American service chief. His name is General Charles C.Q. Brown, okay? He's going to serve as Air Force Chief of Staff. And the president said, your family is very proud of you. This was in the Oval Office ceremony Tuesday afternoon. Alongside Brown and his family, the president complimented Brown's career, adding, and I'm very proud. Brown said he was honored to have the opportunity and expressed gratitude to the administration officials, their military leaders, and his family. Brown was confirmed in a unanimous 98-0 vote by the Senate in June to become the next Chief of Staff of the Air Force. Brown is the first African American to sit on the Joint Chiefs of Staff since Colin Powell served as its chairman from 1989 to 1993. So, wow.
I think that's the first time they all agreed on something in a long time. 98?
Yeah, 98 to
they
nothing.
They ain't agreed on nothing.
That's every Democrat, every Republican.
Right.
That's not a Trump appointee.
No, it's not.
That's voted on by the military and so forth and so on.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
That's what I'm thinking. I just can't see him appointing anybody. After he did Ben Carson.
Yeah, that's part of his cabinet, right? Joint
Who
Chiefs
picks
of
the
Staff?
Chief of Staff?
Oh, okay.
I don't think he.
And he said, I'm very proud.
Well, you know, he got to say that. He's trying to get elected.
Yeah. And this is another thing he done did for black people. Just want y'all.
Oh, yeah, he got to put that on the list.
Well, it's a
right
cool thing. Yeah. Since Colin Powell served from 89 to 93. Wow. Okay. Well, congratulations. Again, his name is Charles C.Q. Brown. Hopefully we'll be hearing and seeing more from him.
Yeah. Congratulations.
Go, Charles. CQ. You know that's his name. That's how they call him at the cookout. CQ.
Or Quincy.
Don't get that brand new in here.
Wow, that's really
you've
cool.
You've been down
though.
there to the Oval Office, partner.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, that's great.
You been in the Oval, huh, Unc?
Yeah, I've been in there. With Obama. I'll never be back in there again. Yeah.
Well.
No, that was my first and last trip. You can believe that. Yeah. I've been there one time, got emotional.
You got him because you were in there with Obama, yeah.
He said, "You all right, man?" I said, "Man, nowhere in the world I ever thought I'd be standing in here." He said, "It's your White House." I said,
"That's right.
This my White House. Why are you here?" Black ass be out of here as soon as you get out of here. I ain't been to no more parties or nothing since they left.
Coming up at the top of the hour, we'll have some sports talk with Junior. Sports talk coming up.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, Junior, your turn. Sports talk. I know you don't like for me to say that, but now you have sports to talk about.
Yeah,
here's Junior with sports talk. Let's go.
All right, let's go. All right, here we go. First off, Philadelphia Eagles head coach Doug Peterson has tested positive for COVID-19, but is asymptomatic and is doing well. So our prayers are to you, going out to you, Coach Doug. Really good guy. I like him. The NFL is giving players until 4 p.m. Eastern on Thursday to opt out of the 2020 season. Now, players have a choice to opt out and take a small salary, far less than their contract. Here's something that's crazy. Obesity is one of the conditions that make COVID worse. And technically, more than half the NFL is obese. You know, most 250-pound linemen, that's it. COVID. Yeah,
but
obese.
It's muscle, right? It doesn't matter, I guess.
Just
not all the
not linemen.
muscle.
Not
on offense. We just need width.
We need you to take up space.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay.
So, but they can opt out on Thursday and just take a small salary pretty much. I don't know how much that's going to be, but it's not going to be their full contract. They just want to opt out for the season. And then in other news in NBA, man, I don't know what's going on with these rappers, but I don't know. J. Cole wants to go pro in the NBA.
I saw that, Junior.
J. Cole?
Yeah, the rapper.
The rapper J. Cole. Yeah, he want to go pro in the NBA, and he already lined up a tryout. But this what got me. We can all three, me, Tommy, and Uncle Steve, can go play for these people. The Detroit Pistons tweeted out to J. Cole, "We see you out there," and said, we only got 12 slots on the Pistons, so hit us up for a tryout. I think Uncle Steve, Tommy, and myself can go play for the Pistons.
I'm going to stop this before you get started. I can assure you I can't play for no damn body.
Well, they gonna let J.
Not
Cole
even
try
for
out,
a little while. Not even for a couple of plays.
Don't take but 3 trips up and down that court. We going to be
3.
Done.
3. No, chasing somebody and trying to stay with somebody.
But wouldn't it be cool, Unc? We just got to try out with the Pistons. We can get a tryout.
Nah, hell no, that wouldn't be cool. I ain't got no time waste like that.
Did you ever play football in school? I know you did, Junior, you said. Mm-hmm. Did you ever play, Steve?
I played football one game in junior high. One game. It rained. Would rain. I played cornerback. It was a rainy day. Mm-hmm. I went in at halftime. The coach said, "How the hell your suit ain't got no mud on it?" I started.
Well, even if he's not that good, J. Cole making a pro team would be major. Master P has reportedly
I remember that.
Yeah, he's been giving J. Cole some guides on how to pursue his hoop dream. So, that's
J. Cole must be good to even be talking about that.
He's a good rapper. I know that. Yeah,
great rapper.
He can hoop like that too.
Yeah, man.
What? Damian Lillard is a great basketball player. He's serious about wanting to be a rapper.
Yeah.
Antonio Brown did too. He talking about he thinks he through with football.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Did Master P try out too for a pro ball team?
Yeah, he is a key.
I remember that.
Yeah, every time he scored, Shirley, it was just na 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 na.
Yeah.
And Junior, what about Chad Ochocinco saying that he took Viagra before every game when he used to play?
What?
Is that crazy?
Viagra.
He took a Viagra before the
He
game?
said before the game. Yes, he took Viagra.
Don't that
He said,
sound
I took
hard-headed?
Viagra before every game, and people thought they'd stop me. If my stat line was bad, I wasn't covered. The pass was just incomplete. He took Viagra before every game. That's what he said.
Yeah, that was smart.
Yeah. I don't know what to tell you.
He out the league, ain't he?
Yeah.
And you know, man, I actually liked Ocho, man. I do.
did too.
Oh, he was great for entertainment.
Well,
Have you seen that video of him running on a treadmill?
Yeah.
Dog.
He getting it?
Yeah, man.
Dog.
He
Dog,
getting
you
it.
need to pull that thing up, this boy right here.
Wow.
24 or 25 miles an hour or something like that.
All right, guys, coming up, we'll have more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show at 20 minutes after the hour, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
I don't know if you guys have heard about this, but leave it to Tiffany Haddish to be open and just hilarious when she confirmed the rumor. Remember, we talked about this earlier, that she and Common are dating, okay? So they are a couple. They've been quarantined together. They were seen together at a Black Lives Matter protest back in June. Tiffany says, I'm in a relationship. I am in a relationship. She confirmed that to Steve-O on his Wild Ride podcast. Tiffany commented, he got tested for everything. I got tested for everything. And yeah, we've been blanking. You know what that means. Yeah, she said it. Tiffany said this is her first time dating a celebrity, and it's hands down the best relationship she's ever been in. So good for them. Congratulations
I like
to them.
Common, man.
Yeah.
Is her hair growing back now, Shirley? Is it start growing back?
Well, she just cut it. So I'm sure it's growing, but it hasn't grown all the way back.
Well, her and Common look alike right now. That what you saying?
Is that what I'm saying? No.
See how I threw it on you?
I see it. I see it. Yeah, but I mean, I'm happy for her. She says this is the best relationship she's ever been in.
Long as
That's
you
saying a
happy,
lot.
girl.
Yeah. No comments, Steve?
Nope. Nope.
You don't
Away
do
from
other
all
people's
that kind of
relationships.
stuff. Ain't nobody be talking about no Steve said.
You could be happy for them. More of the Steve Harvey Morning Show coming up at 33 minutes after the hour, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Listen, 90 days left till the November 3rd election, okay? 90 days. That's not a lot of time, just 3 months, a little shy of 3 months. And we need everyone everywhere, especially in the Steve Harvey Nation, Steve, to go to whenweallvote.org right now to click on Voting Resources tab. That is a tab. You can register to vote. You can get 3 friends to pledge to vote with you and get state-by-state voting information, okay? Wow. Voting information. All of the guidelines for your state is listed right there. So if you're in Illinois or Georgia or Cali or wherever, all of the guidelines for your state is listed. So go to whenweallvote.org.
And see, that's important because it's one-stop shop. Listen, everybody, I can't even tell you the importance of this election. I normally wait till closing remarks to talk about this, but on so many levels, how important this is, especially to support these young people who are out on the front lines protesting so vehemently. Especially with this Black Lives Matter thing that has taken hold in this country. The amount of players that's participating. I'm really proud of the NBA, man, with what they're doing, the slogans, the jerseys, the kneeling. And they are not letting anybody flip the narrative. No, we're kneeling because of racial injustice, of systemic racism, and police brutality. That's what we're kneeling for, to draw attention to the problem. It is not against the flag or the military.
No.
That's not what it is.
No.
And so I'm extremely proud because them young brothers say it just as good as anybody. If we take this uniform off, we the people you shooting at.
Oh yeah.
We the people you choking.
That's real. Yeah.
And them young black dudes is standing up for this thing, man. And so we gotta support them by voting. We gotta support them by voting, man.
That's right.
And Black lives will matter even more if we prove it at the polls.
That's right. And it will mean that Congressman John Lewis didn't die in vain, because he worked his entire life, you know, for voting rights and civil rights and things like that. Yeah. You know, he was 80 years when he passed away. Yeah. He's been in this fight for 60 years. He gave all he could give.
Early 20s when he was
when he got beat down. Yeah. So, I mean, again, all the guidelines for your state, they're listed right there. Go to whenweallvote.org. Whenweallvote.org.
Stop this foolishness with Kanye with this damn running mate business.
All right, Steve, coming up, our last break of the day. And some closing remarks from the one and only Steve Harvey at 49 minutes after, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, Steve, here we are, our last break of the day. We got to vote. We just have to vote.
That's all you can say, Shirley.
That's it. That's our message.
It's the only message we have for y'all.
Yes.
It's 90 days away. Shirley just said, whenweallvote.org. That's it. All the information you need is there. My closing remarks is the same. It's the same, y'all, because this is beyond serious, man.
90 days left.
This will affect your life in a way, if you do not get out here and vote, y'all, this is going to affect your life in a way you can't even imagine, man. I don't know if you're paying attention to this thing. You have to. It's the news. What this administration is not doing is the news. This administration is not taking care of this COVID business the way it was supposed to. This administration is not taking care of the American worker with this second stimulus package like it's supposed to. This administration is not caring about your causes or about your missions in life. This administration is not trying to calm the unrest of the oppressed by giving some words of encouragement or enlightening or coming up with a policy that could change some of the things. He is in full support of the police department and business as usual. Now, I'm in favor of police. That's not what I'm saying. But these practices that they've been doing against black people, people of color, it's got to stop. It's got to stop. You can't keep doing people like this. And I'm glad that other people have started to see this for what it is. I ain't know what took y'all so long, none of that business. Now is as good a time as any. And we got some help, but we got to help ourselves too. Black Lives Matter has to matter most in November, just like it matters when you all out on the front line, and I appreciate it so, all your forms of protest. But we got to finish this thing off by voting. Voting changes things. And the only reason your vote don't count, and the only way your vote don't count, is if you don't cast it. If we all who were eligible voters, who listen to this show, who are people of color, if you went and you voted, you could affect the election. And they know it. Even Trump know it. That's why Trump keep trying to say little stuff. I'll say it again. I've done more for black people than any other president since Lincoln. What have you done? Prison reform is not for black people. It affects some black people, but the majority it don't. I'm not in prison, so this little reform bill you done passed, it did nothing for me. Nothing. So this statement you keep trying to shove down our throats and make us think that you've done something, I'm not naive, man. What have you done? Well, before COVID, you had the lowest unemployment rate in the history. That wasn't because of you. No, man, you can't get credit for something that was already in place and finally took hold. I know you hate to hear this, but from the previous administration. But Dr. Phil taught me something in a slogan one time. He said, Steve, You can't blow out my candle to make yours brighter. See, what happened was he spent so much time, instead of paying attention to pandemic council and these task force that was in place, and instead of paying attention to that, he was so busy trying to destroy Obama's legacy that he puts everything on Obama. They misappropriated funds and they don't have enough PPE supplies. That's because when the Ebola broke out, we had a task fund in place that dealt with it properly. So we squashed Ebola before it became a COVID-19 situation. And if there wasn't enough PPE supplies, which is not true anyway, the president had 3 years to stockpile it. But you know what he did? He disbanded the pandemic task force that America had and ignored it. And here we are today. And now he's making statements, it is what it is. Well, none of the 150,000 some people that have died were any of your relatives. So it's easy for you to make that statement. Y'all, we got to vote. I don't know about you, but I'm sick and tired of hearing this from the White House. I'm sick and tired of having to look at this mess and act like it's normal, because it's not. He's not normal. It's not normal. This can't be the norm. And if we let this man get away with this, don't you know, as somebody in the wings watching, talking about, here's the mistake he made. When I get to be president, I'll do it like this. And all of a sudden, man, we won't have a democracy anymore. Because what this man really wants to be is king of the United States, not president. I have the authority to do that. You know how many times he said that? I have the ultimate power to do this, or I have the ultimate power. He don't give a damn about Congress or the Senate, to tell you the truth. But then that's par for the course, because he don't care nothing about you either. Or do you really think he does? Because he doesn't. If you really think he's done so much for black people and people of color, he hasn't. But if you noticed, every time he has a cause, it's always against somebody with color. He banned Muslim travel. Who you think he was doing that to? He got rid of DACA. Who did he do that to? The building of the wall. Who is that for? The chastising Colin Kaepernick and all the players for kneeling. Who was that for? The saying that there's good people on both sides after a man runs a plow and kills this woman. Who is he talking about? We got to vote, y'all. WhenWeAllVote.org is the website, and it has all the information. Please register, vote. Find out when you can early vote, how to get your ballots in, and let's vote to really show them that black lives really do matter and black lives count too. That's it.
For all Steve Harvey contests, no purchase necessary, void where prohibited. Participants must be legal U.S. residents at least 18 years old unless otherwise stated. For complete contest rules, visit SteveHarveyFM.com.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.